welcome back to the Beauty Topix podcast. I'm your host, Chantel, and I have a lovely, lovely guest on my couch today. I have Miss Tiffany, the owner of Tiffany's Tiny Flower Truck, and she's an incredible woman. I'm so excited that you made time for me to come here today.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
I'm just really hyped up because, for one, I've heard so many amazing things about you. You're so high energy. You're so positive. You're such like a force in our female-owned business community out here. So I'm just super excited to have Miss Tiffany. So welcome to the podcast.
Thank you. I'm so excited to be here.
Yes, and you look so cute.
Thank you.
You look the part. But every time I see you, like all of your social media, everything, it's like you always have on the cutest outfit. Everything's always bright and fun. And I have to show you guys this gorgeous. If you're watching us on YouTube, you will see this beautiful purple flower arrangement. Now, how she knew purple was my absolute favorite color, I don't know. But it is. I mean, I have this most gorgeous arrangement, and I'm obsessed already.
Yay.
It's the prettiest thing in my room. So thank you so much for thinking.
Course.
I mean, did you know? How did you know purple was my favorite color?
You know, and it's weird because purple is very polarizing. People
I love it.
either
I'm
love
obsessed.
it or they hate it, but I love
it.
Purple, and that purple dahlia is like my most favorite flower.
It's absolutely
So then
beautiful.
I built the whole arrangement around that one flower.
I love it. And just even the vase that you put it in, it's like hand painted,
Yes.
wooden, so it's beautiful. It's something I can keep forever. Actually, when I'm done with the flowers, because I will dry a few of them in my little memory book for my podcast, but I'm going to put makeup brushes in there. I'm already looking
that
at
would
it going,
be so
I'm going to put my
cute.
makeup brushes in there
Yes.
because it's so cute.
Absolutely.
Oh my goodness.
That'd be
Thank
great.
you so
You're
much.
welcome.
Well, please just introduce yourself and kind of tell us a little bit about you, my dear.
Okay, well, I'm Tiffany. I own Tiffany's Tiny Flower Truck. I started it about 4.5 years ago in honor of my mom during COVID.
Yeah.
So I just started making flower arrangements. Everyone was sad. Everyone was, isolated. I was putting it on their front porches and like running away. But the Ring cameras caught me.
Yeah. You can't get away from the Ring cam.
Right.
Everybody has one.
Yes. And so then people just started asking me, will you take take flowers to my friends or flowers to my parents?
Wow.
And I was walking with one of my very best friends. We were walking like 7 miles a day because there was nothing to do.
Nothing to do. I walked so much during COVID.
We were walking like crazy.
I got really thin.
And I was like,
yeah.
hey, I'm thinking that this could be like a way that I could like spread joy. Because I grew up with a master gardener. She loved flowers.
Wow.
And I was always looking for ways to like reconnect and like, continue her.
Yes.
And so she was like, I don't know. And I'm like, I think people would pay for this. Like just a subscription. Like, buy 3 months of flowers. I bring an arrangement to your front door once a month. It'd be perfect, right? Mother's Day, Valentine's Day, the perfect gift,
It's
right?
perfect.
And so she encouraged me to try. So I just jumped in and tried. And now here I am.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been amazing.
I mean, yeah, you have been on like this amazing ride because I've just seen your growth just through social media and the different events that we've been a part of.
Yes.
And I just think it's amazing because I'm always seeing you surrounded by incredible female business owners.
Yes.
Like my girl from Sugarberry Cookie Shop. Like
Love
I
her.
always see
Love
you
her.
with such cool people and like these different events. Like, are you like co-hosting these or what's going on with all these events you're doing?
I love community. I love being with women. I love supporting other women. So when I started the business, I was going to farmers markets.
Oh.
Farmers markets are amazing. You meet so many awesome people. And I just started meeting all these people and I was like, wow, we're all out here. Like it's either 1,000 degrees or it's below zero or it's raining or it's winding.
Yeah.
And like we're all out there because we love something. Like we want
Very
to
true.
share that with someone. And so then I was like, wait, we have an opportunity here to like collaborate together because small business is hard, as you know.
Absolutely. Yes.
And so being out there on your own by yourself, it's kind of lonely. But everyone wants to like join in and then it's huge. So it's just been an amazing like journey, collaborating, meeting new women. It's been awesome.
So
really awesome.
I want to know a little bit more about your business, like sourcing the flowers and just like your day to day. What does your day to day look like in your business?
So like 1.5 years ago, I started a storefront. So before that, I was just sourcing flowers, building flowers. It was very isolating. I was just doing it all by myself, delivering to people, like bringing joy and community. But I was just basically in a little workshop.
Okay.
So 1.5 years ago, I opened a storefront and I brought all these women that I had met at the farmers markets, at the pop-ups, at like the events you and I have been at together, and brought them in the store. So, and then I started throwing events.
Mm-hmm.
So to kind of get back to your first question. So I started thinking, hey, there's like a lot of fun. So actually, Itha and I did this moo and just like a fun night out.
Uh-huh.
We all wore moo We just had the best time.
Comfy night.
It was comfy night. Yeah, we just had an amazing time. And that kind of kicked off this whole event situation.
That's when you got bit by the bug.
Yes.
Yeah.
So now, day to day, I do still do flowers, but it's not the big part of my business.
Okay.
The big part of my business is the storefront now and events.
Wow.
And bringing in women and doing collaborative events. And like I had a bunko night this week, which was so fun. So a gal in Katy just brought down like a hot dog cart maybe from Chicago.
Yeah.
It's like it's been in her family for years.
Oh, wow.
So we did a red, white, and cute theme. So she had the hot dog cart in the front of the shop. And everyone got a hot dog, and then inside everyone wore red, white, and blue, and we played bunko for 2 hours, and it was like the most fun. So
sometimes you just need that little night out.
Yes, you do. And I feel like every day, like when you ask me what's my typical day, every day is different, which I really like because no day is the same. So some days I'm just in the shop doing inventory because I also launched a clothing business. So sometimes I'm just doing inventory. Sometimes I'm doing content. Actually, a lot of days I'm doing content.
Yes, because I was going to talk to you about that because you're so incredible on social media as someone who is like inept at it, you know, like seeing someone who, no. I might go a whole week without posting something. And I know shame on me, but I get so busy with the work that I'll drop the ball on it sometimes, which really sucks. But you know, looking at you and just, you know, Ide and just everybody, how you guys really make it a focus and you really market yourselves and you really take the time to like put it together, make it look nice. You're always doing shorts and reels and it really brings people to your business. It's free marketing and I need to get better at it. So hats off to you.
Connection too.
Yes.
Like being real. Like I am real. Like I'm sitting here today with, you know, a bandage on my forehead.
Yes.
You know, you're a makeup artist. I know I could have come in here and been like, hey, zhuzh this up for me so that, you know, but like just being real and authentic. And that has what, at first I had to be perfect. I wouldn't post anything. I was like paralyzed to post because I was like, oh, that wasn't good. I can't post that. And so I wasn't posting anything and I wasn't in front of the camera because I just wasn't confident enough to be in front of the camera. And I didn't have the connection. Now that I'm in front and I'm constantly like making fun and joking and like being real, it's a lot better. I have so many people that'll come up and be like, oh my gosh, I saw you do that. And that was hilarious. Or I'm so sorry. I did see that and I'm praying for you. I mean, like it is a community and social media has been amazing for me.
Yeah. I mean, you're very good at navigating it. Like I said, I have to give credit where credit is due. You're amazing at navigating it.
Well, let's do collaborations together. We can like
hey, because a girl definitely needs some help over here. I tell you that. And, you know, I have to say it's like the way like your journey started all the way till now from just that simple idea to now a storefront. And it's just, I think sometimes people get overwhelmed or they feel like it's just something that's so impossible, but the smallest idea really can turn into an amazing business. Do you have any advice for somebody who may be like teetering back and forth and feeling like maybe they can't do it?
So, you know the Friends episode where Ross and Chandler are trying to move the couch up the stairs and they're screaming pivot? Like everyone knows that one, right?
Yeah.
So I kind of feel like that's how it is in small business. Like I am all of those characters. I'm Ross screaming pivot. I'm Chandler like confused, like what's the problem? And then I'm even Rachel that's like laughing. And I can even have like all of those emotions in one day, to be honest.
Yes.
Small business is hard.
In 1 hour.
In 1 hour, yeah. And I feel like when we have the community, like the only reason I have continued doing this is because of the people. It's not because, I mean, I do love flowers. I do love clothing, but it is all connection. It is all people. So like if you look at my socials now, it's more people than it is product. So I think sometimes it's confusing. Am I actually selling a product? Like I am in business. I'm not a...
Yes.
But it is more community to me. It is more about people. It is more about lifting up others supporting others. I mean, like today, I think I'm wearing like 4 or 5 different people, small business, women owned.
I love it because I see the earrings because I have multiple of the clay earrings.
Yeah,
I absolutely love her.
Yeah, I love her. Sarai. I'm wearing teal poppy necklace.
Fabulous.
I'm wearing a young girl's bracelets. You know, I'm even drinking my Chick-fil-A Diet Coke, which honestly, this is a small business too. My operator in Fulshire, she's a small business. Like, there's so many ways to support small business, and so I think the answer is keep going, keep trying, but meet people, collaborate with people, support other people. Because when you support someone, first of all, I think it feels better to me to be able to support someone. I would rather support people. Honestly, this probably isn't like. I hope my husband's not gonna listen to this. Please pause, Ken. I would rather support someone than like it's not about the money for me. It's about the community, and it's about the people and the relationships. And honestly, I feel called to do this. I feel like it's a continuation of what my mom did. So that's why I do what I do, is for the people, not necessarily like to be like, and I own this and I own that. It's not that at all.
Right.
I don't know if that makes sense.
It makes total sense because I think it's important just to kind of just remain your authentic self.
Yes.
It's too much work to try to pretend to be somebody else.
It is.
I'm exhausted just being me. Okay, I don't need to pretend to be something I'm not.
And I think that's where the social media comes, right?
Yes.
Because you can watch it and you're like, oh, I want to recreate that. But then it doesn't come off like the way it did for the person you watched doing it.
Right.
So that's where it can feel lonely.
Yes.
Because you can, if you don't have other people around you that are like authentically lifting you up, then it starts to feel more like work instead of like a calling.
Yes, absolutely. So I want to jump in a little bit into this boutique because the outfit is fabulous. The stripes are going the right way.
Always.
Okay, because I cannot do the horizontal. I'm here for the vertical. This is beautiful. It just elongates you. Now, when you're doing like buying and stuff for the boutique, like how difficult is that? Like, are you going to different markets throughout the year buying?
Yeah, so a friend of mine and we started this business together in January. So we've only been doing it for 6 months.
Okay.
And so we've been to one Dallas market, which is
nice.
really fun, super overwhelming. Like you walk in and it's like, I don't know, 12 stories of just a lot of clothing, a lot of jewelry, a lot of home and gift items. And you're like, wow.
Where do I start?
Yeah. So actually we went with some of our friends that own another business, another boutique in Katy, and they were amazing. They really like introduced us to some of the brands. They gave us advice. They're like, hey, when you're buying this, take a picture because you won't remember. Because you buy your item then, but you may not see it for 3 months, 4 months, 5 months. So when it comes in, you're like, I don't remember buying this. And so we tried to learn, but like we missed the mark a little bit. We didn't take the pictures. We didn't document like we should have. So we are constantly surprised when things arrive.
Hey, learning and growing, but it's fun. What a fun journey, though. Surprise, really, look what we got. I mean, hey.
So much fun because, first of all, it's not like flowers. It doesn't perish. And it's fun. And I love, like, dressing people up. You know, like, oh, what are you shopping for? You know, what do you have going on? Are you doing a wedding? Or like right now we have a lot of girls coming in that are going to go through Rush in college.
Yes.
So they need like certain colored dresses or certain short sets or certain short colors. So that's been fun.
Oh, I love it. There's really are quite a few really awesome boutiques in our area. And I love shopping small and shopping at boutiques for one because I get one-on-one attention.
Yes.
Because I'm a good shopper, but I'm not like super stylish. I typically will wear a one-piece outfit. You know, I have my stylist friend Kobe who will help me if I need something. I'm like, hey, I need you to put together an outfit because I'm not good. I'm the person that looks at the mannequins and goes, can I get that in a medium?
I like that too, though.
You know, so I love Yaya Club and different things like that because they're so helpful. They're so incredible. You know, they really give you that one-on-one attention. And that's the feeling that you get from shopping local and supporting local and shopping small business. You know, it's so cool. And then you find like really unique pieces that you don't necessarily see everywhere that aren't super cookie cutter. So I love that too.
Yeah. And you get, when someone compliments you, when someone compliments you, then you can say, oh yeah, I got it at this small business, you know, or the person that sourced that just graduated from A&M and, things like that. It makes it more personal.
Yeah.
Instead of just like, yeah, thanks so much. So even this dress is actually from a boutique in Katy. It's not my dress, but I love supporting other women businesses.
Yeah. Yeah, it does. It just adds a certain thing. Like, funny little side note, I was shopping in Costco and these cute, like, silk pants that I bought from Yaya Club. And they have like paisleys on them. They're really, really, really pretty. And this lady just kept like spying me and peeking me around the corners. And finally her daughter walks over and was like, look, my mom's looking at you like a creep. She's just wondering like where you got your pants.
Right.
And I was like, well, I got them at Yaya Club, but you'll have to go right away because it's a boutique,
Right.
And it was so funny when I went back to shop at Yaya Club, we all had a big laugh because she came in there and actually got the same pants. I was like, oh, my little Costco buddy came in here and got the last pair.
I love that.
So it's just super fun, little things like that. And I just love meeting people and chit-chatting. So someone like you who's so about community and events really intrigues me because, I'm an extrovert.
Yeah.
So that's why I love seeing, all your events. And I loved seeing your event with, shout out to my little Emma Vega Sosa, the new Miss Teen Supreme Texas 2025. We're so proud of you. We love you so much.
So good.
And just seeing your events with her and really the way you support just all age groups. You know what
absolutely.
I mean? I love it so much. I mean, I hope you just continue to thrive and do what you're doing. So like, what are some things that you've got like upcoming or things that you want to do within your business?
So right now, this is what I consider my slow time.
Okay.
People are on vacation.
Yes, everyone's graduated now and all the things.
We don't have any like huge holidays coming right now. So this is my time that I kind of sit back and like try to plan the whole fall. So we're going to do college kickoff because I'm a huge college football fan.
Wow. Okay, girl.
Giga Maggies. So we'll do a college kickoff. Then we'll start all of the holiday. We'll have Halloween. We'll have Thanksgiving. We'll do Christmas. I'm going to try to do a ton of events at the shop. That's my plan. But not necessarily more like community events. So when we do the college kickoff right now, what I'm planning is almost like a barbecue style, like Friday night, so that all of the family is welcome. Mom, dad, kids, everyone come out, just enjoy.
Nice.
And just hang out, get all your stuff you need for kickoff and, just kind of be in the community. So I have that. I'm doing Mahjong.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I've collaborated with some Mahjong girls in the area and they're teaching us. Because have you ever played Mahjong?
I have never played.
Do you want to play?
I kind of do.
So
I have a couple of clients who do it. And they just
love
they're
it,
like
right?
obsessed. They play Mahjong and pickleball.
Yes.
Like those are the things that all my clients are doing.
Yes. So Mahjong, I was intimidated. I don't know. I thought it is very strategic, but it also is like a lot of luck. I think, I don't know. Sorry if it's not.
We'll see.
I think it is. I don't know.
We'll see.
But it is a lot of strategy. And so we had one lesson and now we have a second lesson coming up and then a third lesson. So then by then, I think I'll be ready to play. So maybe we'll do I don't know, a couple of Mahjong nights a month at the shop maybe if people are interested.
You have such unique events.
And it's
where do you come up with this stuff?
Well, it is all about collaboration. So someone will say something, for example, at my bunco night this week, as I moved from table to table. You've played bunco?
No, I haven't.
Oh, that is so fun.
I have not.
Bunco is just rolling dice.
Oh.
And it is you start off with round one and if you roll a 1, you get a point. If you get 3 ones, you get a bunco.
Oh, wow.
And then you go to round
That's something
2,
I could do that's
3.
easy.
Yeah, it's really fun. But you move from table to table. So you get to talk to everyone that's playing it. We had 6 tables. So I moved to all the tables, got to meet. And so at each table, I was like, hey, what should our theme be for July? And they were giving me ideas. And they're like, hey, what about this? What about this? And one girl goes, how about Christmas in July? And I'm like, that's amazing. So now we're going to have a Christmas in July bunco in a couple of weeks. Everyone's going to wear Christmas sweaters.
I have one ugly Christmas sweater.
And
we'll be sweating to death and we'll have fun.
Cookies, and we'll be inside, but it will be hot. You're right. So that's a lot of the ideas come that way, just very naturally, just
just organic,
people,
just chit-chatting.
Yeah. And then I just run and go with it.
Wow.
Yeah.
How has all this like helped your business grow?
So I look at the business growth in community. I don't know if that makes sense. So a day at the shop, so in my shop, I'm located in a warehouse.
Okay.
So people have to intentionally come. Like I'm not by an HEB, I'm not by, any type of anchors, no restaurants. We're literally in the middle of Fulshire in a business park where there's nothing around. So I measure that if people come in. So some days I'm like, oh my gosh, no one came in. But then I have people that message me and they're like, hey, what about this? What about this? What do you have coming up? How can I get involved? So that is how I measure it. I don't know if that is accurate, but to me, because it's people focused and community focused, if people are there, then I feel like, okay, this is great.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep doing it.
Yes.
But
You're reaching the goals that you set for yourself based on the outcome you want for your business.
Yes.
Everybody's outcome that they want for their business is different.
Right.
Everybody's idea of success is different.
Right.
So you're bringing together community business owners and you're doing all this amazing work with and like you said, you're including families. You're doing all these different things. So success to you really seems like it's tied to your heartstrings as well.
100%. Yeah.
So I 100% respect that. I love that because you're just so authentic, and it's just the way you present yourself and your business is why people constantly are reaching out to you.
Yeah, I hope so, because I want people to see that. Like, it is authentic. I think sometimes it's hard to actually think, like, I really do just want to be there and supporting people and be their friend. So when they come in the shop, I almost always hug people when they come in the shop.
And we're Southern, and I can't help it.
I don't know them, but I'm just like, hey, welcome in. And, I think that might kind of throw some people off. But I get more feedback that was like they felt welcome. And we have like a little conversation area in the shop, and a lot of people just sit there and hang out. And that is the best. Those are the best days for me.
Wow.
Just people hanging out.
I
Like a
love
coffee shop without coffee? I don't know. I do always have Diet Coke. I am kind of addicted to Diet Coke.
But I see where you're going with that, because even when I start with a client, some clients, it may start with a hug. It may start with a handshake, but every appointment ends in a hug.
Always.
It always ends in a hug every time. Every time. So I'm a firm believer in, putting your heart into your business, in more ways than one.
I think that's the best investment we can make is in people.
Yes.
Because like then you make that connection and then that person refers you.
Yes.
And they genuinely refer you. They don't just refer you because you're giving them a 10% off code or whatever. I mean, that's fine too. But they're actually genuinely referring you, which I think is what's amazing. That's how you grow.
Yes, absolutely.
Genuinely.
Word of mouth, especially when you're local business, word of mouth is everything. It can make you or break you.
Yeah. For sure. Yeah, I don't pay for any advertising. Like I would rather someone tell someone about me than me have a print ad. So
I'm with you on that 100%. And the way that you utilize, all your different social media outlets, there's really no need for you to, come out of pocket when you can invest that somewhere else in your business.
Right. For
so,
sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Absolutely.
So I do have to touch base. I want to talk about like the flowers, and you said you grew up with like this master gardener. Tell me a little bit about that. As someone who has only fake plants in her house because I killed a cactus and my husband won't let me endanger any more plants. Like what is this green thumb that she has?
It's funny. I actually don't have the green thumb. Like my plants in my house are fake too.
All right, it's not just me.
Yeah, but cut flowers, they're my jam.
Yes.
So because those flowers are only meant to spark joy for that moment. They're only those flowers will bring you joy for the next week.
Yes.
But you don't have to keep them alive. So I'm not giving you a task to now take care of. So my mom, the whole reason I started the business, I grew up with my mom. She was a nurse, an RN, and my dad too. But my mom was an RN, and everywhere we lived, she had a garden. And she grew vegetables, but she grew flowers. And so we would go out and we would cut the flowers and we would arrange them together and put them on the table. And we lived in Dallas, and then we lived in Ohio, which the garden was amazing in Ohio because anything will grow. It was awesome. And then we moved here to Houston, and the garden was
Womp womp.
very difficult to have success in the garden
Yes.
here. So when my mom passed away in 2013, I was still working in corporate HR. You know, I was still very much engaged in the corporate world. And then I stopped working during COVID and was just like searching for a way to reconnect with her because it had been some years. And I'm like, what if I try to grow a garden? Well, so I tried.
What came of that?
It was not a huge success. And I really tried because I had all these seeds from her. And I really, really, really tried, but I just couldn't do it. So that is when Tiffany's Tiny Flower Truck was born. I was like, okay, what if I just buy flowers from people that have already grown them?
There we go.
And then arrange them because my mom grew them. She taught me how to arrange them. So then I was like, okay, this is a way that I can keep the connection going. And like on my logo, there's a cardinal. In my shop, I have her needlepoint on the wall. Aww. Like I have a lot of her.
Just homage to her.
Yes. Yeah. So yeah, that's kind of the deal with the flowers. I mean, I love working with cut flowers. They do bring joy. Like I was saying a few minutes ago, it's not about, like I get a lot of people that are like, well, I only get flowers if someone's mad and they send me flowers, or if someone's sad and they send me flowers.
Yes.
But I look at flowers as a, like when I came in and saw you and gave you flowers, it sparked the joy. And that's what I
lit up like a Christmas tree.
That's what I look for.
I love it.
I think that's what cut flowers are meant to do. That's their purpose. They're not meant to like extend joy. Like when you walk out into your garden and you see everything growing, it's an extended joy, but it's also a job. You have to take care of it. You have to feed it. You have to water it. You have to trim it.
Yes.
This is just relax, enjoy, and, look at the beauty.
Yes. And they're so pretty, and they're purple. And I'm obsessed already.
Purple is amazing. And the little box was painted by a gal out in Fulshire, Banners by Allie. And she painted that for me. And she's just amazing. She just freehanded that, just painted it. I was like, I would like something with a bow and some flowers, and she just
goes for it. It's so pretty. That's amazing. Well, shout out to her.
I know, she's amazing.
Man, I love it. And you just found so many great people to collab with, which I think is amazing. But really arranging flowers, there's such an art to it that I think people don't realize. You really have to have an eye to do that. You can't just put anything together. Like,
right.
You got that eye from your mom. Were there certain like tips or tricks that she taught you?
Yeah, sure. So I like a monochromatic. So I like to stay in the same color family, but you look for different textures. So you look for something that is going to bring interest. And then I look at 3 different types of flowers. So there's like a line flower. So like something that's long, that's going to draw your eye to look at the whole length of the arrangement. Then you have cluster flowers, and then you have round flowers. So if you have that combination, so when I teach floral classes, it's kind of like the perfect bouquet, has a mix of all 3 of those flower types. So if you go to Trader Joe's or you go to H-E-B and they have the flowers, like all of the roses, all of the stock, all of the spray roses, then you can pick one of each of those and put together the perfect bouquet. Wow. So that flower arrangement there has clusters, it has rounds, it has lines, it has texture, and it takes your eye where you're looking all around the arrangement.
Yes, it's very eye-catching.
Like, how like sometimes wedding bouquets will be all roses or all calla lilies. I mean, I love the simplicity of all one flower type, but that is so that you're paying attention to the person that's holding it and not to the flowers. So if you have an arrangement, and some brides love a colorful arrangement and all different flower types, and I personally love that. But if you have an arrangement that's just all roses, white roses, you notice the bride more than you notice the white roses. Because it's your brain can process that. You don't have to look at each piece of the bouquet. But in a situation where you have a mixed bouquet, your brain is going to look at every aspect of it and bring in that beauty or that difference.
Okay. That really resonates with me. It makes so much sense because as somebody who does hair and makeup basically at weddings every weekend.
Yes.
And like when I'm getting the bride ready, typically the florist is running in. What do you think of this? And like putting together the arrangements, the fresh arrangements for that day. And That makes total sense. Typically, if they have a very intricate gown or that's fully beaded, they want the simplest.
Yes.
And
exactly.
Yes, you hit the nail on the head.
Yeah.
Yes. Do you do a lot of arrangements for weddings or anything like that?
I don't do weddings at all.
Okay.
I did a wedding for a friend of mine, but I don't do weddings. I kind of try to stay in my lane. My lane that I started during COVID was mixed bouquets, just like spark joy for the minute. So I try to stay in that lane.
Gotcha.
The florist world is like really huge. But for me, I just want to stay just a little, I just want to have a little piece of that florist life so that I can do all the other things that I really like too. All the collaborations, all the events, all the businesses. So I just stay focused.
I'm with you.
It's
You
hard.
have that awesome little like niche market though that you've really like carved out for yourself.
Yes. Yeah.
So I think that's pretty darn amazing to create that. You in a sense created your own lane.
Yes,
Do you know what I
think
mean?
so.
Like I paved my own road. I created my own lane.
Yeah, and
by
I want
doing
to
that.
stay in it, you know. And I've branched a little bit into the flower bar experience. So like
Okay,
if someone's
what's that?
having like a wedding shower, so I bring a flower bar, and then that's their gift to their guest. So they get to select flowers, build a little arrangement. I'm there to help them, and it's aesthetically pleasing because it's in their color palette. Whether it's a birthday party, a wedding shower. You name it, I've done them. And everyone gets to build a little bouquet, and I get to share the joy of flower building and talk about my business and talk about my mom and, you know, again, community-based business decision to do these flower bars is about the people and bringing the flowers to them.
So, but people can book actual classes with you. What does that entail?
So I'll come right to their home with my flower bar and instruction, and I have like these cute little placemats that say the perfect bouquet, and I walk them through kind of what I was telling you, the line flowers, the clusters, the rounds, and we build the perfect bouquet together. So they all leave with a wrapped bouquet and the recipe for the perfect bouquet. So that's been a lot of fun. I love doing that. I'm doing that for some corporate events too, which is really fun. Some big corporations have had me out, which I've loved that.
That's amazing.
So yeah, it's been fun. And then I have it at my shop too. Like in the fall, I'll do probably something around Thanksgiving where people come and
make
we
like
build
a centerpiece,
like their
or something.
Right.
Oh, see, I would want to do that because
Yeah.
I want something pretty for my table when I host. Yes.
Yeah, so whether you're hosting or you're taking it to the person that's hosting. So I usually do that on the Tuesday before the Thanksgiving Thursday because then the flowers will stay fresh. So it's either for your table, but you've built it yourself. So then, you know, when your guests come in for Thanksgiving, you're like, look at the arrangement I made. Or when you walk in and someone's hosting and you're like, this is a beautiful arrangement I made you. It's the continuation of the spreading joy. It's not about, I mean, I love teaching floral arranging, but it's more about the community of teaching it and then them pushing that out into their community too.
Yeah.
So it's a continuation.
Wow. It must feel so good though to just, because what you do, I find like arranging the flowers, it's very therapeutic.
Absolutely.
You know,
Yes.
very, very therapeutic. And you also have that spiritual sense of feeling close to your mom.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
what are some of your like, you know, is there like a certain memory you'd be willing to share with you and her with arranging flowers?
Well, so sure. Yeah. Thank you for asking. When we lived in Ohio,
Yeah.
we lived on a little piece of land because in Ohio it's very different from Texas. There's a
My
lot
mother-in-law's
of
from
land.
Ohio.
Oh, really?
So yeah. She's
So-
from Dayton, Ohio.
Okay, we lived in Mansfield. It was a small little town, and we had this nice little land, and like we had a little golf cart. And I mean, it was like
Aw.
a totally different world from growing up in Dallas, Texas, where you had like house. So we had a really, really pretty garden there. And we planted dahlias, and we planted,
dahlias are beautiful.
and that's what those are there.
Yes.
So I think that sparked my love for the dahlias, but like watching it grow, like it was amazing. We had so much fun. We loved doing that. It is like seared in my memory of doing that with my mom. But we had bunnies and we had wildlife, and you know, I was young. And I remember being very sad because like we had curated all of this and like worked so hard, and then like they would be gone if we
Yeah.
didn't trim them in time. They would, you know, nature nature took them from us.
Wow.
But it taught me, I guess, maybe just like, okay, we'll plant more. It'll be okay. Like, keep going. But she was just an amazing lady, and I just love that I can do something that she loved. But I don't grow the gardens. I wish I could, but that's not a part that I can continue for her.
But I just love that you had that, though, because being in a garden, like my brother very much has a green thumb, and I'll drive over to his house and like go in his backyard and his garden, and there's just something very like grounding about it, like touching the soil and just like helping him and just like watching him plant things. I find it very therapeutic. It does something for your spirit, and I think people who really do have a green thumb are just like touched by something special.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it's not something everybody can do.
Right.
So I feel like it is like this special skill. There's something in their spirit that they can promote growth.
Yes.
You know, and she had that, and you came from that,
She
and
did.
that's amazing. And you found your own way to continue it.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? So
Exactly.
I absolutely love that. Will you please tell everybody how they can find you on socials, and then exactly where you're located out in Fulshire?
Yeah. So I'm on socials as Tiffany's Tiny Flower Truck. And then I'm also on socials as the Darling Boutique. And we are in Fulshire. We're located well, do you want me to give the address? Or like
If you'd like to, otherwise I can put it in the description bar of the episode. Totally up to you, sugar.
We're right by Cross Creek Ranch. I guess that's the best way to say it.
Okay.
And we're just in a little business park. And we're open Tuesday to Saturday, 11 to 3. So we are a small business, so we're not going to have the hours that probably, the Targets, the Walmarts, so that all of us that are in that shop can actually still have the work-life balance. The reason we all started small business was to have that balance.
Absolutely.
But with that said, you can always DM us. We'll show up and open the shop for you and do a little private shopping. We do that quite a bit too.
That's amazing.
Yes.
That's amazing. And then do you offer online, being able to purchase online as well?
We are online. The Darling Boutique is online.
Okay.
Tiffany's Tiny Flower Truck is not online because it's a collaborative. There's 12 different businesses in there. So it's not like Painted-Tree, but it's kind of like
similar.
Painted-Tree in the sense that you walk in and you don't know that there's 12 other businesses in there. So we don't have that online because inventory is constantly changing.
Gotcha.
Vendors are bringing their stuff in. But when we do lives, when we do lives or we post something, people can always DM us to order it. Okay. And we can ship it to them or save it for them. But the Darling Boutique, the clothing, is all online.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. And we do ship.
Nice.
Yes.
Well, there it is, you guys. Thank you so much, Tiffany, for coming sitting on my couch today.
Yes.
You just like exude this light and this grace, and I love it. Thank you so much for coming. What an amazing episode. Okay. Thank you guys so much for checking us out on YouTube, Spotify, iHeartRadio, wherever you get your podcasts. We hope we brought a little extra sunshine to your day.
Yes.
Please check out Tiffany's Tiny Flower Truck on Instagram and her boutique online. And thank you guys again, and we appreciate you. Take care.
Thank you.